to them. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Dan Major. I am the supervisor of fiscal services here at the Department of Administration. What I do is I coordinate, one of the things that I do is coordinate statewide returns in different categories. What vendors can do is they can propose for all the categories, or they can look at one category or multiple categories. And what the state will do is take a look at what the best solution in terms of cost and the technical score, and make a decision. And one thing you might have heard about as far as the hearings go with the Senate Oversight Committee is the sort of the centralized billing process. There is a centralized billing process here in this contract, which has been misclassified as a prepayment. It's not a prepayment, and that's a mischaracterization. The reason being is the individuals work for 2 weeks and then are paid after the fact. The way it works is after they work the 2 weeks, they submit timesheets, there's an approval process with timesheets, it's passed over to the state, and what ends up happening is the money is wired into a special account, a payroll account, that is then dispersed and distributed the next day. So what it really is a prompt payment. And what this would do is this, I heard this, some people testify and people in the industry say that this is an unusual situation. What came out of this was, first of all, we wanted to avoid a situation where Datalogic didn't get paid quickly enough and wasn't able to make their payroll to protect the state on that front, but also to potentially get a discount from the state by having such a prompt payment on the date before.
We'll open it up to questions from any interested party. And as you can see, this is kind of a large room. It might be difficult for us to hear you. Please shout, make it as loud as you can. And if it doesn't seem to carry, we'll have to repeat your question so you get it. We're recording this also to try to get the best questions, the clear questions. So feel free to ask any question you want. Sir.
Will the state pay the legal bills of any contractor who's dragged into an arbitration or an unfair labor practice hearing?
It's one of the questions we'll report and table and post in the district. Thank you. Just to also throw out, it was not just vendors in this room. You should be aware that there are individuals that are representing unions that are here and representing their interests. And I certainly respect that. That's no problem. This is a public meeting. But as vendors, I do want you to be aware that there are other opinions in the room, and there may be other questions that come up.
It has to be done. You keep those numbers.
We've had, probably since Smart Staffing has taken the contract, probably about 60 new positions that were added.
Out of the original 300.
Out of the original, not 380, that's about 180. We're talking about 180 positions. I think...
280, Jim?
I'm sorry?
280 or 180?
It's 280. 280. I'm sorry, right? Yeah, it's approximately 60 full-time and 120 part-time or so. And I think since the beginning, what's the number here?
For instance, could we...
200 out of the, or 220 out of the 280 part-time.
Great.
So the spreadsheet that we have, anywhere we can find out what the benefits are in place now?
There's a 401k plan and there's a health plan, but it's 100% paid by the employee.
Okay.
And they have to meet certain requirements in order to be eligible. So the important thing is we need to transition.